I watched a movie film, a filmographic experience. That's right. Back to the Future Part 3. Never seen these movies before, folks. Yesterday, I reviewed Back to the Future Part 1 and Part 2. Yesterday I watched Part 3. So, I mean, again, what a series, what a franchise. I mean, wow. Wow. Now, I was told yesterday, and as well by other people, that Back to the Future Part 3 is not as good as Part 1 and 2. And anyone who says that is a liar. They're a liar. They lied, and also they're dumb. So, like, not only did they lie, but they're also dumb. So, Back to the Future Part 3, I mean, it's, like, the thing about these movies is it's all one movie. Right? Like, in my opinion, it's all one movie. This is just like a 6-hour movie. You know what I mean? That's what this is. It's a 6-hour movie. And it's all great. So at the end of Part 2, Doc Brown gets stuck in 1885. And then Part 3 starts. Right? And there's like a letter that was delivered to McFly. And it's like, you know what? I'm in 1885, blah, blah, blah. Don't come back for me. So McFly is stuck in 1955. Yikes! You know what I mean? So then he's talking to Doc Brown from 1955. And then eventually they get convinced that they need to go to 1885 to save Doc Brown from 1985, who is in 1885. But McFly creates the plan with Doc Brown from 1955. There's a lot of different going on here. Anyway, so then they go back to 1885. There's the scene where, like, he enters and then he gets in that cave with the bear. Damn, that bear was adorable. I was honestly hoping that the bear was going to eat McFly just right then and there. Like, you know, the movie might have been a little shorter, but I was rooting for that bear, let me tell you. And so anyway, one of my favorite parts about all three of these movies is that, the scene where, like, McFly hits his head and then, like, wakes up with his, like, mom taking care of him. It happens in all three of the movies. Like, in the first movie, it's just the young version of the mom. In the second movie, it's like the same age version of the mom, but in like the alternate Biff timeline. And then in this movie, it's like the great-great-grandma, and it's just really funny. The thing I love about these movies is just how goofy they are and how self-referential they are. I think it's just amazing. I mean, again, this is a movie series that I feel like I'll probably end up watching like at least 30 more times throughout my life. Really good stuff. So anyway, 1885, they're back in the old West. And, so then, McFly realizes that Doc Brown's going to get killed at some point. And, so he tries to go back there and save him. It's a great movie. I mean, I was so into this. This movie was so fun to watch. Like, they did the time period shit so well. I love the thing where it's like Doc Brown is actually building the clock tower that they use in Back to the Future 1. Like, that's just so cool. I just loved this movie. I loved watching all three movies. Like, one of these days, I'm going to just watch all three back to back to back. I mean, it's just, I would have done that the other day, but it was, I started it too late. I didn't know I would be so into it. But god damn, these movies are so good. I don't know, again, I don't even know how to tell you how good they are. If you don't like Back to the Future, I mean, you're a fucking idiot. It's just that simple. You're a fucking moron if you don't like these. You have a low IQ. And I say that sincerely, and I mean that with every fiber of my being. This is not a joke.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
They're just fucking perfect. They're perfect fucking movies. They're perfect fucking movies. Like, all three of them. But anyway, so back, like, it's just so good. So Doc Brown eventually, like, gets involved with some school teacher lady, right? And they start talking about like the time machine, like the book that was like I guess released a couple years before 1885. And you know, like then eventually he tells her that he has to go back to 1985, and she thinks he's like just full of it. But then she like, so that the ending is like, the ending, by the way, like holy shit, with that train scene, like the whole scene with the duel and like the fighting like the villain Biff character who's not Biff but just some other guy that's played by the same person, right? That was fun, that was enjoyable. And but the train scene at the end, I was losing it at that train scene, because like I was thinking to myself, there's no way they're all gonna make it into the time machine. There's no way, it's not gonna happen. And it turned out I was right, it didn't happen. So Marty McFly makes it back to 1985. Yeah, Donald James X in the chat, like seriously man, low IQ as fuck. Low IQ. If you don't like Back to the Future 3, you're a fucking moron. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's just like you're stupid. Like, you have low IQ. Like, I don't know, you watch my show for an hour and a half every fucking day, and you can't watch an hour and a half long movie that's, like, better than my show will ever be. Like, the best Above It All podcast pales in comparison to Back to the Future 3, and yet you watch, like, fucking 60 of these a fucking year. I don't know, like, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. You got a stupid fuck IQ. But anyway, I'm triggered. So then they go back to the future. But then it turns out, yo, the ending with the fucking train time machine, holy shit. Holy shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. They don't explain it. There's now a train-based time machine with flying wheels. It doesn't make any sense. No one explains it. And it doesn't matter, because it's a fucking stupid movie, and it's great. That's what I love about these movies, is that they take time travel, and they do it in the goofiest way possible. And so, like, when something doesn't really make any sense, like, don't bother being mad about it, right? Like, it's just, like, it's a goofy movie. Like, we're not watching, like, some super hardcore, like, this isn't, like, Donnie Darko or some shit, like, where it's supposed to be super serious and you're supposed to cry at the end. No, this is a goof fest. We're just fucking around in this goddamn movie. And that's what I love about it. It's just so fun. Like, every scene is so good. The self-referential stuff is so good. Like, the way that they loop certain kinds of scenes is so good. It's just such a good fucking movie series. Again, I will probably watch these again at some point. Wow, I was having so much fun watching this shit. I really was. And, of course, I love that McFly calls himself Clint Eastwood when he's in 1885. I think that's really funny. I mean, the whole thing was just really great. I don't know what to tell you. Like, all three movies, like, go watch if you haven't seen the 1 and 2 review, you gotta go watch them. Like, they're just, wow. I don't know what to tell you. Wow, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I was blown away. Like, it's like every moment of watching each of these movies, I was blown away. I was so consistently impressed. Because I went into the first one, and I went into the first one on, like, the tail end of a shroom experience. Like, maybe 2 hours after dosing. Right? And so, like, I watched 1 and 2 back to back the other day. And I was just so giddy about it. I was having so much fun. I was laughing. I was, like, sitting up against the TV just, like this, like, whoa. Like, I was just watching it. And, like, yesterday, it was just, like, I wish I watched all three in the same day. But, like, it's a time commitment that I didn't expect to get in on. But damn, like, I was just having so much fun. It was just, I can't even tell you. These movies are so fun. Like, it's just fun. Like, this is a movie where it's like, I don't even think about, like, picking up my cell phone because I'm bored. I don't even think about, like, doing, like, I just want to watch the movie. Like, I'm enthralled. Like, it's very rare for me that I'll watch a movie that is so enthralling. I mean, it's not very rare, but, like, it's somewhat rare. A lot of movies, sometimes there's a lot of, like, But this fucking shit, I was enthralled. I was so in. It was just so fun. Like, every scene is so fun. And then you got the ZZ Top musical scene where they do the party in 1885, right? That was fun. Like, they're all dancing and, you know, fucking around, and it's just, you know, it's great. It's great. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. I don't know what to tell you. Great movie. I recommend it. If you haven't seen it, you're a fucking idiot. And you can go back to a video or any show that I did as of 2 or more days ago and call me a fucking idiot, because in those videos, in those shows, I'd never seen Back to the Future. So you have full rights. Every show I've ever done from Monday and in the previous, just call me a fucking moron, because I was a moron, but now I'm not. And so I can't recommend these movies enough. Back to the Future Part 3 was a great end to the trilogy. And wow. I mean, just, I don't even know. It's just, it's all good. It's all just really good stuff. I really can't even. In fact, I won't even go on, because there's nothing else I could say until I watch it again. And when I watch it again, I will guarantee you I'll have more to say. But goddamn, what a film.